Hello and welcome to the first video of the year. Hello 2024. Welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new. I like to ease myself into January and the house has been upside down over the festive period. I was actually sick before Christmas, so I just got through Christmas and now that I feel better, I am just putting the house back together. I also wanted to just have the chat as I am doing a bit of a tidy up. I hope you get some, cleaning motivation if you also need to maybe take down the decorations, pack things away into the attic. I love starting the new year with a clean, fresh slate. It's also a nice time to do a little bit of reflection. And last week I uploaded some best of kind of compilation videos where I was looking back on the different things throughout the year. And I'm thinking of the things that I was proud of that I achieved in the previous year, even if they are just small little wins. They don't have to be big, huge goals. And I was thinking about the things that I want for the year ahead. Instead of a New Year's resolution, I like to pick a word, and then that could be a word to keep me on track for the year. And I think this year my word is going to be balance. Last year, something I did, and I wasn't expecting to stay with it for so long, and it's something that I'm still doing, was I started going to weekly therapy sessions. Initially, I was just going for some anxiety. I don't know any human on the planet who doesn't have some right now. But the more I kept going, I realised how much I actually needed to unpack, and it helped me identify areas in my life where I am totally out of balance. Something that I realised is whenever I feel resentment, that feeling is my compass to show that I'm out of balance somewhere. So do you ever get that feeling when you say yes to something, but then after an hour or a day, even a few days, you're like, you feel resentful for saying yes, and then you feel guilty if you have to say no, so you just do something but your heart's not in it. I feel like I've had a lot of those moments throughout the past couple of years, and I think it comes down to people pleasing and the dreaded I should be doing this, I should. But actually, something I've gained in the past couple of months is the confidence to say no to things that aren't a solid yes. When something is a yes for me, I literally feel it in my stomach. I feel an instant yes. I feel a pang of excitement. Sometimes I might feel anxious because I might be nervous to do the thing I'm excited to do. But I think the word for 2024 is going to be balance, because something I noticed is 2023 was the year for overworking, and I noticed that when I spend too much time online, my mood lowers. So 2024 is going to be about balancing the online world and the real world, but actually I think I want to spend more time in the real world. For the past few years, I have been a slave to a 2 video a week schedule, and something I noticed when I was looking back on videos, pulling footage to put together the compilations, some of the videos were not that good quality, as in I would waffle in a video to bulk up to make it over a 20-minute mark, but was I actually giving you any value? I know some people like to just watch chatty videos and they kind of play them in the background, but again, I think that's where the word balance comes in. I think a balance of showing you something that gives you, inspiration, entertainment, of something of value, and less rambling, if that makes any sense. Another thing that I kind of unearthed when I was doing therapy as well, I'm actually getting really comfortable with disappointing people and letting people down and setting boundaries. And it's something I really wish I did in my 20s. Because when I look back at all the times that I said yes, or I allowed people to speak to me a certain way, or I allowed people to have access to me in a certain way, I definitely feel angry, but I suppose it just comes with maturing and growing up. Something I'm learning is, yes, you can set a boundary and they feel icky at first, but then you get to a point where you're okay if someone is disappointed in you. And I've noticed this in real life, but also on the internet as well. I will often get I'll get someone saying, oh, I'm unsubscribing because you did X or you didn't do this. And it's actually a good lesson of you can't please everyone all the time, and if you tried to do it, you would dilute yourself. So 2024, there will be no dilution of our personalities for anybody. There will be boundaries, polite boundaries, and being okay if people are disappointed. At the end of the day, I think I'm relatively a good person. I'm human, I make mistakes, and I'm okay with making them. Actually, before I get into it, can I just show you downstairs and can I show you the reality? First of all, some Christmas decorations need to go away. Litter box needs to be done. I'm going to give it a fresh litter box. Cushions need plumping. Cat hair. Mop not ready to go. Litter box number 2. Random stuff. More randomness. My office is an absolute state, so I'm going to try and tackle this as best I can. Just clutter everywhere, and it's the clutter that kind of gives me the overwhelm. A wreath base just fell on the floor there. If you come in here, paint and wood, some bits for my friends that I need to bag up for them. Oh, no, not again. Okay. Hang on, I need come out of. So Bjug's new thing is she broke into this litter bag the other day. I thought I had a knot on it, obviously not. So the other day, Miss Bjug, I was my own fault because I left the bag down, but the top was kind of open. She climbed inside. She didn't pee in the bag. She flicked cat litter onto the floor and peed on it, which is very, very clever, but not good for me. So I had to do a big clean up, and anyone who knows, if a cat pees somewhere, you have to use like an enzyme cleaner so they won't do it again. But this is, I think, her way of saying, "Ma'am, can I have a fresh litter box?" Thank God I stopped it in its tracks. But the reason why that bag is there is just because it's heavy, but I'm going to do 2 fresh boxes now, so hopefully it's a bit lighter and I can lift it up and she won't notice it as much. So the kitchen is not too bad. I just have to tidy away stuff, clean all the counters. I have some recycling that needs to go in the bin. I'm not sure, this is like half recycling, half rubbish. And then I just need to clear the counters, clean everything away. So for the year ahead, I'm not going to commit to a 2 video a week schedule. I'm going to commit to the Thursday video because I don't know how many years I've been uploading every Thursday. However, with the Sunday videos, I'm thinking maybe every second. I think the reason why it gives me stress is if I don't upload, a video or a Sunday video, I get messages and emails asking if I'm okay. And I'm like, oh God. And I don't think I want that intense pressure. But I suppose that's my problem and how I respond to that. So in 2024, I'm thinking 6 videos a month instead of 8. But if I skip a Sunday video, fine. And I think the reason being, when I was looking back on the previous year, even on holidays, I would be editing videos and never having a proper, where I did absolutely nothing. There was always some editing that was getting done. And I used to think, oh, when you work for yourself, it will be great because you can just take holidays whenever you want. But actually, when I look back on the past 2 years, none of my holidays were actually holidays. Yeah, there was fun time and I relaxed for a couple of hours, but there was always that something hanging over me, and that was constantly trying to come up with ideas for YouTube. And I want to stay fresh. I don't want to burn out, but I have been feeling quite burnt out on the platform. So I think by reducing my upload and trying to do better quality videos, I think will be better in the long run. Also, I just have to add, these are me problems. I'm just sharing to give you just a little bit of insight, just in case if I don't upload or if I pull back from something, just to share my why with you. Maybe you're feeling the same over an area in your life that is kind of, I don't know, throwing you out of balance. Something else I've been doing and I want to do a bit more is diversifying my income. Anyone who is self-employed, there is a stress of, you don't get those regular paychecks. And because a lot of my income comes from the online space, something I want to do next year to balance it out is to do some real world stuff. This job is very lonely. Again, I'm sounding like I am just complaining, but I just wanted to give you some insight. And I struggle with working from home, but unfortunately doing a voiceover in a busy coffee shop doesn't work. So I'm definitely going to get involved with projects in the real world to diversify my income as well. And that's another thing I kind of unearthed while I was doing therapy, was realizing actually how lonely this job can be, and actually realizing my social interaction. So that's why I have loads of evening classes that I do, art class. I have a new one starting in February as well, a nature related one. So yeah, I'm trying to be in the real world way more than working from home. I would love to have the chats in the comment section and let me know, what is your word for the year ahead? I feel like I need something more exciting than balance, but I think that's something that I'm working through at the moment. I feel like balance and excitement. I need like a more positive word. Is there an area that you two are feeling out of balance in your life? Some of my friends actually work from home as well. And some of my like old co-workers from my previous jobs, and when I chat to them, they also say that they struggle with working from home. So it is fun, it has its perks, but I think it goes back to the good old word of balance. While not commuting and being stuck in traffic, you do save some time and some pennies there, but there is a lot to be said for a change in your environment. So that's something I try and do every single day, is switch up my environment. If I can do some laptop work, if I'm working with clients, sometimes I can do it from a coffee shop, but most of the time I need a quiet room. But that is one thing I miss, is the banter of your work colleagues. I do have some friends, creative friends, that also work for themselves, and we send each other voice notes like every day, like we are co-workers. But you can't beat the actual in-person interaction. And isn't it ironic with social media? You can upload a video and it can get a couple of thousand views, but you can feel more disconnected. And that's why I love, having the chats in the comment section. Although lately YouTube is hiding comments and putting them in like normal comments, not using any like bold keywords, and they're getting held for review. So if I noticed this a couple of months ago, YouTube added a new feature about comment moderation. So if you've noticed that your comment disappears, it's the YouTube settings. But anyway, I still love having the chats, and I love when people relate back as well. And also, I was at a Christmas market in Dublin just before Christmas, and a lady came up and said hello, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, this must happen to you all the time. It never does. And if you ever see me, please do say hello, because sometimes I can feel like I am talking to the wall when I make videos like this, because I don't see an audience in front of me. So please always say hello if you do see me out and about, unless I'm, I don't know, eating a bag of chips. But even then, still come say hello. I'd love to know, are you a January big goal setter, straight to the gym, doing your gratitude list, journaling? I try to do things just consistently throughout the year. Something I've been doing is, I'm not doing daily journaling, although I was doing the morning pages from the book The Artist's Way, and I did it for about 4 months. I still journal now, but just not every single day. Journaling is great. It's like window wipers for the soul. That could be a quote. I don't know where I heard that from somewhere. But I find it's great for just jotting down things and looking back and seeing what you were maybe going through, or if something is kind of giving you the ick but you can't, I don't know, it's like talking it through, but on paper you totally feel lighter. But yeah, is there something you want to do this year? Maybe is there something you want to learn, something you want to improve on? Or do you simply just want to keep doing what you're doing, but maybe you just want to find a bit of balance? Let me know. Okay, kitchen relatively reset. All the clutter is gone. Counter's done. Window, or cat television as it's now known, yes, relatively tidy. Then the rest of the house, upstairs, nice and tidy. All fresh litter boxes, floors done. I even did the bathroom in here, off camera. Living room, no. We're gonna have to come back to this tomorrow because it is chaos, and I think the office needs a day. It needs a whole day to itself. I reckon if I put my tools away, sort through some of the bits that I have, put away all the tins of paint, put away the cats who are sleeping on the desk. They do love a good window. They're very, very nosy. So we'll come back to this tomorrow. Thank you so much for the chats today. I decided to skip doing the office. We will keep that for a bit of decluttering for another video. I was not brave enough to tackle it in this one. See you in the next one.